What's up, my beautiful people? It's your boy Mr. Getting It Done. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. I haven't uploaded in a while, but I've been growing my portfolio in Cleveland, Ohio. So that's been keeping me up. You know what I'm saying? We acquired apartment buildings. We're getting them torn down, rebuilt, permitting, etc. So it's been crazy, but crazy is good. So welcome back to the channel. I appreciate all my new subscribers, everybody that's tapping in, that's commenting, that's asking questions. I definitely appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. So I wanted to make this video pertaining one of the questions that were in the comment section, and I'll get to everybody that had a question. I'll get to them. I'm dedicating a little bit of time every day to make a video to answer a question so that we can all level up, give you the sauce, give you mentorship level information to help you get to the next level. So my beautiful people, let's talk about one of the questions was about your credit card and how to pay your credit card and credit limit increases and stuff like that. So I want to be very specific, right? So whenever you're whenever you use your credit cards, there should be a strategy, whether you're trying to maximize your score month after month after month, or if you're trying to increase your credit limits faster, right, versus having to call them after a couple of months and asking them and getting it that way, right? If you know how to use your credit card strategically, you can get automatic credit limit increases a lot faster than if you just call in and use your card generically. So this is specifically on how to increase your credit limits on your credit cards, right? And there's a multitude of benefits for having high limit credit cards. You get high utilization, you get higher amounts when you apply for different credit cards. So when credit card companies run check your credit profile, they're going to see, oh, he's got a $10,000 Amex card. Okay, cool, let's give him something comparable to that, versus having a low limit card, that you have for 10 years with a $2,000 limit, and you only use it for gas and potato chips, and then you wonder why you only have a $2,000 limit. So using credit cards is a strategy. You have to be strategic, and you have to know what your goals are. Okay, so this may not pertain to everybody. So this is specifically how to increase your credit limits on your credit cards, man. So let's dive right in. Okay, so let's say, for example, I got my board here, and I'm going to show you my board in a second. Let's say you have a credit card with a $1,000 limit. Okay. Now, typically the algorithm, quote unquote, you're not supposed to go over 30%, right? But that's excessive anyway. That's just the way that your FICO score is made up. You need to stay between 1 to 10%, ideally like 6-7%, right? And that doesn't mean to carry over a balance. And I'm gonna make another video going in on that, right? Because there's a huge difference. Just because you use your credit card between 1 to 7% doesn't mean you carry over that balance to maximize your credit score. That's not how it is, man. A lot of you think you know, but you don't know. So this is so you have $1,000. Okay, I digress. So $1,000 on your credit card, right? Let's say you want to increase your credit limit. You're like, yo, I'm trying to run this thing up, man. The fastest way to do that is to put every single thing that you would normally charge cash, pay cash or debit, on your credit card. You assuming that you already have the cash. If you already have the cash sitting in your bank account, then this plays for you. So let's say you got to pay, your car note, your phone bill, whatever, and that comes out to $800, right? So you got $1,000 limit. You just ran up $800, right? So now you're at 80% utilization. You're like, damn, D, so is my score going to go down? What's going on here? So what's going to happen is once you run it up to 800, right, you're going to let that settle. It's going to take about a day or two for it to settle. Once it settles, you're going to use your cash to pay it off right away, okay? And you're going to repeat that process 2 to 3 times per month. Why 2 to 3 times per month? Because the algorithm is set up for you just to make one payment, right? Most people, they just make one payment every month on their credit cards on whenever it's due by the minimum due date. They just make one. Now, if you make multiple high limit payments within a 30-day period, one billing cycle, the algorithm is going to give you credit for multiple payments, thus triggering the automatic increase. Okay, so it needs to be strategic. It needs to be 2 to 3 times a month, and you need to make payments 2 to 3 times a month. Pay it down in full, not a portion of it, not $30 of it. If you use 800, you pay it all the way down to 0, right? You use 800 today, 2 days later it clears, you pay that down to use the cash in your bank to pay it down to 0. You got to go run another play, pay your car insurance to 500. You put the 500 on your credit card, let it clear 2 days, pay it down to 0. Copy, paste, repeat all the way through the month. Now, that's going to be powerful because when the bank, the credit card company now sees your utilization, your activity, they're going to say, well, wow, this person used 800, paid it off, 500, paid it off, 600, paid it off. So they're going to add up all those charges and be like, damn, this person has $1,000 limit and they've used and paid back $5,000 throughout the month. Ding, ding, ding. Guess what's going to happen? Credit limit increase time. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know, right? Like, we're all students before we're teachers. Don't think that you know and you get all Hercules on me in the comments. I am an expert. I've been doing this for a very long time. I know how it works, right? And if you don't believe me, try it. Come back to this video, comment in the comment section once you've applied this knowledge, and let me know if it worked or not. I'll be waiting for you. So at the end of the day, my people, if you do that multiple times within a 30-day period, you're going to see credit limit increases lightning fast. So now that $2,000 or that $1,000 credit card will be $2,000, $3,000. It'll maybe jump to $4,000, $6,000, etc. And you can continue doing this month after month after month. I generally stopped and I ran the same play. There's nothing on this channel that I'm speaking about that I have not done personally. I ran the same play and I got my personal credit cards up to 10,000. I didn't feel the need to go any higher than that because I know that at 10,000 I'm already in position to go out and leverage my personal credit to go get business credit, right? So if people want to, not everybody's familiar with business credit and wants to get into all that, but for me, that was one of my goals, is to maximize my business funding. So I was strategic on how I was building my credit cards, okay? But that's not to say that if you want a $25,000, $30,000 limit, knock yourself out. Navy Federal has their flagship card, their black flagship card, quote unquote 80,000 on there. So you can go, all credit card companies have a certain threshold that they're willing to to give you. So $1,000, I don't know if you can see that. $1,000, use 800, pay it back. Okay, do that multiple times within a 30-day window, and you're going to see those credit limit increase come in, and you're going to be a happy camper. That doesn't mean that you go out and you spend what you're making. Okay, you got to be responsible when it comes to your utilization and your overall credit. Use it responsibly, use it when you need to, and then at the end of the day, you'll be in a position where you can leverage your personal credit if you need to go run a play, maybe you want to go invest, etc. That's why credit is extremely important. You should be building your credit every single time, every opportunity that you can, so that way if an opportunity presents itself, you can tap into your credit cards, you can liquidate them, you can go ahead and put a down payment on an investment property, on a truck, on this, on that, invest in crypto, stocks, bonds, whatever the case is, right? You can do all that when you have access to credit. Okay, so credit is extremely important. So I hope that was clear. I hope that was straight to the point. I hope you understood that, right? When it comes to credit limit increases, that's what this video is about. I'm gonna make a video about why you should not carry over a balance, okay, on your credit cards, because you pay interest to the banks. And then some individuals also ask, like, well, if a 0% or a zero amount is reported to the bureaus, well, I'll use bureaus. They're really called consumer reporting agencies, but most of us already have a connotation with them, calling them credit bureaus. So we'll call them bureaus for that sake. Jesus, excuse me. So somebody said, if it reports out 0 to the credit reporting agency, credit bureaus, you know, how they're gonna know I'm using my credit card. So, and again, I'll make a full video, but to just answer that in a short form is, if you do not utilize your credit card for 90 days, the credit card company is going to report to the bureaus that that account is now dormant because it hasn't had activity. So now it's taken out of the algorithm. It's not even factored into the algorithm, which may hurt your score and may not hurt your score. And then when you utilize that account again, then you'll get a notification saying that a dormant account is now active. Okay, so if they report the activity, even though it's a zero balance, right? If you don't use that card, let's say you get approved for a credit card, you just never use it. You're just like, I'm going to use this for an emergency or whatever, and you just never use it. It's not going to continue to build your score, right? It's going to go dormant. So that means the credit card company has reported to the credit bureaus that you are not utilizing that card. Now, think about that. Now, if you're using your card, the strategy we just talked about, 800 paying it to zero, 500 paying it to zero, 600 paying it to zero, even though it gets reported out as zero, it's still, the activity is still being reported, and that account will never go dormant because you're actually using it, right? So don't get that confused with, you know, that zero, that, you know, because they report zero, the credit bureaus, you know what I'm saying, are gonna, you know, drop my score or whatever. The credit card companies report the activity and they report the utilization. So as long as you're using the card, whenever you get a credit card, the goal is to use it. If you do not use it, you're not going to be rewarded. And then if they give you a $10,000 limit to start, if you don't use it, then they're going to lower that to like $5,000 or $4,000 because they're going to see that you're not utilizing it. So whenever you have a credit card, the goal is to use it, right? That's how the credit card companies make money, and that's why they want you to use that card as often as possible. And let's not talk about limiting your liability when you use a credit card instead of a debit card. Most people, they use a debit card thinking that they're doing themselves a solid, when in actuality you're doing yourself a disservice, because when you use a debit card, you are not building credit, you are not getting rewards, you are not doing anything. You're putting your personal money at risk, and if your account gets hacked, you are up shit's creek without a paddle, okay? But if you use a credit card, your liability is zero, you're using the bank's money, and at the same time you're building your credit. You're getting free rewards points, you're getting restaurant points, gas points, travel points, etc. So you get rewarded when you use your credit card. You don't get rewarded when you're using your debit card. It's like using cash. I don't use cash for absolutely anything. I always use a credit card because I know at the end of the day, the way that you build your credit is through a credit card, not debit card. Okay? So I hope that was I hope that answered your question. I hope that was helpful. If you got any other questions, put them in the comments below. I'll make a video answering them. We about to go in. It's 2023. I want to give y'all sauce. I want to help y'all get to the next level. A lot of my mentees, and I'll be posting receipts, a lot of my mentees are killing the game right now with the information that I've been able to give them. And it's important. The important thing is to execute on the information, right? People say that knowledge is power, but knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. When you apply the information, when you apply the knowledge, then you see the result, then it becomes powerful. So my beautiful people, I hope everybody's well, hope everybody's healthy, hope everybody is smashing their goals for 2023. I'm back. I'm going to be recording more content. I'm going to be blessing y'all, giving y'all the sauce. Comment below with any questions you have regarding credit, business credit, etc. And let's make this happen, man. I appreciate each and every one of you for subscribing. If you stop by the channel and it's your first time, please consider subscribing. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's grow together. Peace.